Yes, sir. Councilman Garcia? You're mute, sir? Councilman Garcia? Thank you. Councilman Chavez? Councilman Alfaro? Mayor Pro Tem Weeks? And Mayor Romero? Mayor? Okay. Thank you, sir. We have a quorum. And just for the record, we have a new councilwoman, Soledad Flores.
Thank you, Ms. Flores, for joining us. Moving on, open forum for the public, limited to 2 minutes. Ms. Gonzalez, did you have anybody reach out to you or contact you about speaking in open forum?
No, sir. Nobody has contacted me to speak on the open forum.
Okay, let the record reflect, nobody contacted our councilor to speak in open forum. Moving on to item 1, for discussion and consideration and action on the following new business. Item 1, discussion, consideration and action on candidacy vote of the November 3rd, 2020 uniform election. Gonzalez?
Yes, sir. On the package, you're all gonna find the results for our election that was November the 3rd. And let me read real quick. This report will be uploaded to our website for everybody to have access to. But let me see, it's gonna be okay, and I have the results for Councilman, Elderwoman, place 3, Soledad Flores, and place 4, Alderman Luis Alfaro, and Councilman, place 5, Eduardo Chavez. And the votes read 46% for Councilwoman Soledad Flores. Councilman Luis Alfaro was unopposed. And for Councilman Chavez, the results were 60% on the votes for Mr. Chavez. And that would be the results for the elections. Mayor? Mayor, you ready?
Yeah, sorry guys, it's just connected issues on my end. But moving on with the uniform, the canvassing of the votes, that's basically, Henry or Ms. Norma, do we have to do, or, is there an action to be taken on this? To accept or approve?
No, sir, it was just presenting the canvassing votes for the election. Is that correct, Henry?
Okay, well, I still have trouble with that need, but, Mayor, what I recommend is that you all take a motion to approve the canvassing and to, instruct the county clerk to, put it into the registry of the, clerk's office.
Okay, is there a motion made by any council member to approve the legal recommendation? Motion to approve. All right, I have a motion
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you, ma'am,
Thank you.
and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, and we're gonna proceed with chair number 4, Mr. Eleuterio Alfaro. Can you please raise your right hand? And please repeat after me. I, Eleuterio Alfaro,
I, Eleuterio Alfaro,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties of office
execute the duties of office
of place number 4, Alderman,
of place number 4 Alderman
for the town of Anthony,
for the town of Anthony,
of state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve,
preserve,
protect, and defend the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of the state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And for place number 5, Mr. Eduardo Chavez, can you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, Eduardo Chavez,
I, Eduardo Chavez,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties of the office
execute the duties of the office
of place number 5, Alderman,
of place number 5 Alderman
for the town of Anthony,
for the town of Anthony,
of the state of Texas,
and the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you, sir. Everyone, welcome and congratulations. Mayor, we ready to proceed?
Norma, before we move on.
Oh, yes, sir.
The oaths get filed in your office, they do not consent to this. They just get recorded in your office, they do not get mailed to the Secretary of State.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you. And then from now on, Ms. Flores could join the council meeting, correct? And vote, Henry, since she's been sworn in?
That is correct.
Okay.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody. But welcome, guys. Really appreciate the opportunity to present. Working with you all, do it for Anthony. Congratulations once again. Moving on to item 3, discussion, consideration, and action on the resolution 2020-37 and 1123 for fiscal year 2019-2020 general fund budget amendment to be adopted by the town of Anthony, Texas. Ms. Gonzalez, go ahead and give you guys a little bit of 411 to David and Henry. That way we can go ahead and explain to them a little bit about what is taking place with this agenda item.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir, definitely. So we are here to present the fiscal year end of budget for 2019-2020. I have our accountant here, David Dueñas, and he could briefly explain the reports that you have found in your packet, stating the conclusion of our last fiscal year. David?
Okay, if we go first to the joint utilities, to the last page, there, that you're gonna see what we need to increase and what we need to decrease. On on all pages to the extreme right, you're gonna see surplus and shortage. So what base is just shortages. You can go through the 3 pages and see that where the shortages and that total amount is equal to little bit over $30,000 of shortage on each line item that is short. So we're requesting since we have on salaries a surplus to amend those the shortages, and we can zero out the budget for fiscal year 19 and 20.
And basically, there were some line items that we kind of went over on, and there were some that we underutilized and that we over budgeted for. So basically, this is just checks and balances and zeroing everything out. Because once we zero everything out, weren't we still in a positive standing?
Yes, sir, will be in a positive standing. The reason those shortages is, it was not calculated correctly when the budget was underway back in.
Well, I don't think it was. I think it's the wrong terminology. Not that it was improperly calculated. It's just some expenses came in higher than others, and others lower.
Yes.
But ultimately, the bottom line is that we're still in a positive, even with that resolution and the amendments to those line items. Overall, the budget was pretty good for the fiscal year.
You all have in your packet the resolution for the amended for the general fund budget. And if you see the breakdown on each line item that we're gonna be amending and transferring the funds from the current expenditures that we had monies surplus on that item. Anybody have any questions on this resolution for the general fund?
Yeah, hey Ben,
Yes, sir.
is everybody aware though that when they go over a budgeted line item that they're breaking our budget, the rules of our budget, they're supposed to get permission before they go over budget?
Honestly, I guess on the specific terminology, ideally yes, but then that would be us having to come, forward beforehand to either make an amendment to the budget line item. But most of the stuff in general, like, the taxes and things like that, I mean, it is what it is. They get paid out, things, where it overall goes in as an expense. And then, it's based on us and administration to, kind of stay on top and track of that and make the necessary adjustments at that time. Or do like how we did at the end of the year, to go ahead and zero everything out in one larger amendment or resolution.
And then one other question, how do we turn our screens so that we can actually see people? I'm not seeing anybody, I'm just looking at a black screen.
I don't know, you have to check the settings on your phone because I see Noma, Joe, Louis, Eddie, Chief.
And he raised his hand.
Okay,
David,
yeah,
everybody.
I'm on the computer, so I don't know what happened. Okay.
And we're live.
Is there any questions, any further comments, anything like that? Or,
Yes, we have Councilman Chavez that raised his hand. Go ahead, Councilman Chavez.
Okay, Norma, was that for the general fund or the water and sewer? Because on the general fund, it has a different total on that.
Correct, that's gonna be for the general fund. The first resolution on item 3 that we're in the agenda is general fund.
Okay. The general fund, on the shortages, it shows, 100,406, that's the general fund. That's the one that I got for the general fund.
For the resolution, sir?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
That's gonna be the money that we had left over, and the way that we're distributing it, it's gonna be on the bottom, increasing all those line items that are listed below. Is that correct, David?
Yes.
approve the first one, which is the resolution for general fund.
Yeah, I was confused because you said general fund, and the general fund's 100,000, so that
So,
makes sense now.
what
Okay,
David presented was the water and sewer, you're right, the utility, joint utility.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Any other questions or comments?
Do we have a motion on the table? Motion to approve.
I'll go ahead and second.
Made by Mr. Chavez, seconded by Councilman Garcia, to approve the resolution 2020-37, 1123 for fiscal year 2019-2020 general fund budget amendment to be adopted by the town of Anthony, Texas. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Okay, sir, I need to call roll call, please. Mayor Pro Tem Sean Weeks,
Yeah.
Councilman Alfaro,
Yes.
Councilman Chavez,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
and Councilwoman Flores.
Yes.
Thank you.
Alright, moving on to item 4, discussion, consideration, and action on resolution 2020-36, 1123 for fiscal year 2019-2020 joint utility budget amendment to be adopted by the town of Anthony, Texas.
Okay, so this one is gonna be what David just presented, that it was the 30,622.96 that we have surplus. And we're gonna be distributing in the line items that you see in the resolution below to increase those line items
And to offset from zero balance.
and to offset to zero balance. Anybody has any questions? Go ahead,
If
Mayor.
there's no questions, can we get a motion, or Henry, you wanna talk about anything?
No, Mayor, everything is, I mean, we all like for it.
Standard.
Yeah, pretty standard, so, I have nothing to add there.
Thank you, sir. Is there a
I'll go ahead and move to approve.
Alright, do I have a second? I'll second it. Motion made by Mr. Garcia, seconded by Councilman Chavez. All in favor? Aye. Okay, motion to approve the action on resolution 2020-36, 1123 for fiscal year 2019-2020 joint utility budget amendment be adopted by the town of Anthony, Texas. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I need a roll call, please. Mayor Pro Tem Weeks,
Yes.
Councilman Alfaro,
Yes.
Councilman Chavez,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Councilwoman Flores.
Yes.
Thank you.
Alright, moving on to item 5, discussion, consideration, and action on amending COVID-19 hazard policy for CARES Act, presented by Chief Enriquez.
So as you all know, we have the CARES Act up and running. One of the items situated is the hazard pay for all first responders. However, we were noticing that there is a discrepancy on the hazard pay policy. So the hazard pay policy is actually read 75% for employees who is not for pay period. So we couldn't just arbitrarily define something when it changes, so it was brought up to you all for approval to be able to modify the changes since it is county money, subsequent federal money. So we're asking for your permission to change the verbiage of the hazard policy page to
no questions, do we have a motion on the table?
I vote to approve.
Alright, Mr. Alfaro, motion to approve, do I have a second? Seconded by Councilman Chavez, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Alright, go ahead, moving on to item 6. Discuss and consideration and action on First Amendment to the interlocal sub-recipient grant agreement between the County of El Paso and the Town of Anthony, Texas for the distribution of federal coronavirus relief funds from December 1st, 2020 up to December 30th, 2020. Chief Enriquez?
So again, this is also the CARES Act. The CARES Act funding, MOU was set to expire December 1, which meant that all funds that we had, available to us for the county, we had to do an expenditure within the next week or so. The county decided that it was the best interest of everybody involved to be able to move the deadline from December 1 to December 30th to be able to allow us to be able to utilize that federal funding for whatever it is that we want to utilize it for. In addition to it, also the county went and moved forward with removing the 75% health share option, which basically means that that MOU only is for 75% of medical care. So it removes that stipulation and is allowing the city to really go ahead and utilize the money to how we need to utilize it for, as long as it falls into that criteria of the CARES fund. But before you is the First Amendment that the county is presenting that the Government Commissioner Court or all have a request Commissioner Court, and it's up for your approval to extend the MOU from December 1 and the 30th of this transition to utilize that money.
Any other questions or comments from council? If nobody has any questions, do I have a motion?
I vote to approve.
Motion made by Councilman Alfaro to approve, do I have a second?
Oh, wait a second.
Seconded by Councilman Chavez. On the First Amendment to the interlocal sub-recipient grant agreement between the County of El Paso and the Town of Anthony,
Carlos
Texas,
Garcia, huh?
of federal coronavirus relief funds from December 1st
He's right
to
there.
December 30th. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes.
Mayor, it was motion by Alfaro, second by Garcia, correct?
Correct.
No? Chavez?
Chavez.
Chavez motion second, thank you.
Alright. Moving on to the departmental report.
I swear to Garcia.
Did you guys know if
It
you
was
see
a
the park,
photo in
they
the
already
street,
paved,
right?
the entranceway to the Anthony Municipal Park. I think Edward was still working on it to seal it, correct?
Correct. That's correct, man.
Other than that, there's a little section of road, we have already talked to Edward about how we can address the width of the road, and try and get, individuals to stop driving on the shoulder. That way they can use the entranceway to the road itself, so we can maintain, proper use and, minimize, the overall impact to that parking area. Other than that, that's all I have to add to the street. Mr. Hawkins, do you have anything you need to add?
For the street, sir, I order a couple more speed bumps, so if anybody, wants a speed bump in their street. I know there's one coming on Luis Street, one of our, residents have requested one, sir. So it's an order, you should get your, hopefully this week, not the next, because we have all this coming up, so it's gonna go out pretty soon, okay?
Sounds good. Moving on to Parks and Recreation, Mr. Hawkins.
And the park crew, we get ready for the Christmas lights, we already have, them set up. So we're just gonna have, put them up, hopefully next week, start next week. communication, and that's gonna be a part of it, so we can address any, co-complaints that'll come in directly to us, and then we can go over there and address them, but definitely then, give us a call, give us the address, we'll go after the animals, if they're allowed, only if they're agricultural area, and even then.
Okay, thanks.
And also, Chief, one of the ones that we, probably with some of the ones that have been trained is that, I guess, do we currently have like a decibel reader?
Yes, sir, we do, the office actually have it on their phones, the city is paying for their cell phones, if they have these for the involved.
Okay, we'll have to take a look at that, because I'm still getting, and you're familiar with who, we're talking about too, is the complaints about the music, up there in the heights. I guess, you know, things are getting a little bit elevated between the, neighbors there, and, you know, we're trying to minimize any issues. So if we could just, you know, do a little bit of active controlling and follow up with those and pull them out if we need to make sure that, you know, the noise or whatever they feel may be a nuisance is still within, you know, its limits, or if it's past, that we can address that with the, individuals.
I think we also might wanna look and see again our time periods, because, I mean, at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday isn't the time to hear gangster rap with curse words three blocks away. And I think that's what people are really, there's this sensitivity to some older people in the neighborhood who are getting woken up, or who are trying to go to bed, and this stuff's going on, and first it's obnoxious, crude music, and second, it's loud, and then third, it's such the wrong times. You know, you don't need to be blowing your leaves at 6 in the morning, you don't need your rap music on at 8. I think, you know, that's a lot of the issue too. It's like no concern for your neighbors.
Yeah, so on the weekends, it is at a later time of the year, I believe only allowed 60 decibels, as long as they give us 50 decibels. But I'll make sure, I'll address that with the police officers and the evening officers. I know evening has gone out there before, to address some of the concerns that we were addressed for the evening officers, and educate a little bit on the civilians, as far as, you know, to do with people with sensitivity, or elderly individuals, where the situation is on there.
Well, sadly, Chief, the one person I think people are talking about is doing it because people have said, hey, please don't do it at these times, we need our rest, that, you know, there's no reason
Madam Force. The next morning, we had another one at one of our wells, one of the Troy Visual Points, and that was pretty bad. You know, it flooded someone hoping Pica Ultra. You kind of understood, you know, it was about 7 first. I got a call early in the morning when the sun started, we had already shut the water down in the well. So we were out there, you know, part of the night, early morning, so this will let you know.
Alright, and I mean, that's one of the things too that we have some residents, you know, they'll see a leaky hydrant, and they, you know, look, we're kind of upset that we didn't go fix it right away, but, you know, we had our guys had a ton of stuff that they would have to do and they were knocking out, some of the stuff that they were finalizing in the street, or other things that they had to address that were kind of that were sitting on the back burner because they had to kind of get all that stuff knocked out for that, you know, street project. But now once they got through it, I mean, you know, everything's been getting repaired in a timely manner. They're addressing things rapidly. Aside from all the daily regular stuff they have to do, like, you know, read meters and everything. So a lot of good work. Chief and his officers for always, you know, getting taken care of, and also for Everett, you guys continue to work hard, regardless of all these, you know, COVID issues and all the stuff that, you know, we're facing. And one of the things that I did kind of want to put it out there, you know, to the public, and just so everybody's aware here, because I've been getting a couple of instances where I'm getting residents calling complaining about, you know, our guys are out there without a mask or something. You know, the public and everybody needs to be aware that, you know, masks required and mandated, but the dosing ain't helping for the individuals working, and it's, you know, causing some issues. I would rather have him without the mask than to have it passed out in a hole, you know, digging up, you know, a water line or something like that could be more dangerous. And, you know, most of the time when I'm asking these individuals, I ask them, I'm like, well, did this employee come into contact with you, you know, this and that. And a lot of times it's no, it's, you know, watching them out there working, but, you know, if they're working or just like the order said, you know, if you're exercising or anything like that, you're not required to wear the mask. And I think a lot of people are getting caught up on just trying to point fingers to the fact they see somebody not wearing a mask versus, you know, just trying to either see what's going on, if he's working or whatnot. And, you know, Everett and I have talked to the guys, told them, you know, if you're in the vehicle and there's more food, you know, stuff like that, wear the mask. You're not working, you're not actually doing anything, you know, that's requiring, you know, physical, strenuous physical activity. You know, wear your mask. But if you guys are out there working and you're having issues and stuff, by all means, as long as you're maintaining distance and stuff, take your mask off, especially even if you're outdoors, you know. And that's one of the things I just wanted to put it out there, and I'm going to continue to support our guys that end up in those instances when, you know, we kind of want to try and point them out or call them out. You know, they're doing the right thing, and I think some of the individuals that are getting caught up and just kind of finger point, I think, in all honesty, need to kind of just stay focused on their protocols, priorities, and maintaining their social distancing, and, you know, everybody will be fine, you know. But moving on, going on to courts, Mr. Palomares, Ms. Gonzalez, anything to add?
Sir, I do have something to add. The courts for November have been canceled for the 18th and the 25th, and we're pending to see if the courts for December will continue. Judge is under the weather, so we're gonna be continuing with this. It's gonna be pending. But for the collections between October 24th through November 23rd, it was 888 with 16 cents for warrants that were cleared. And like I said, for the other courts, they were canceled.
Okay. Anything else to add, Henry?
Mayor, no, that covers it. Other than just want to mention, just the Texas Supreme Court issued another order extending, requiring the video conference electronic breaks, you know, for things that, which I don't have the exact details, but, you know, we're going to be doing special hearings, video conferences, electronic breaks for some time. So, foreseeable future. Just, we obviously probably already all knew that because of the current pandemic, but just wanted to let you know.
Go ahead, Mayor.
You're muted.